Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your December the 1st just for today in a meditation. How about those apples? We made it into December, and it just immediately, when I noticed it, put a smile on my face. December 1st, life's rewards. We begin to pray only for God's will for us. That way, we get only what we are capable of handling. Basic text, page 49. Imagine what might happen if God gave us everything we wanted: a fabulous new car, straight A's, a triple salary raise, all hours without effort, just for the asking. Now, imagine the problems that come along with unearned riches: new luxury cars, and unmerited scholastic recognition. What would we do with a huge salary raise that had been granted for no reason? How would we handle our new financial responsibilities? And how would we live up to that raise? Could we ever make it appear that we deserve such pay when we know we don't? What about that fantastic new car? Most come with expensive insurance premiums and hefty maintenance costs. Are we prepared to care for what we've asked for? Academic honors. Could we perform like A students after we've been given high marks we hadn't earned? What would we do if we were exposed as frauds? When we talk to God, we need to remember that we live in the real world. We earn rewards and learn to handle them as we do. Confining our prayers to requests for a knowledge of God's will, the power to carry it out, and the ability to live with the consequences will ensure that we get no more than we can handle. Just for today, I will pray only for knowledge of God's will and the power to carry that out in the real world. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you, God. Grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today. Please and thank you. What a topic, life rewards. I like that. We begin to pray. So it's not like we've been doing it, but we begin to pray only for God's will for us. And why? Because that way we make sure that we only get what we're capable of handling. And I like the example that it gives here, right? Imagine if I just received all of these unearned riches, a pay raise, right? A triple pay raise for a position that I know that I don't have the quality, not the quality, but the qualifications to fulfill. How complicated is that? So now you're in a position and you have to fumble your way through it because you know you shouldn't be in that particular position. Not that you're not a good actor, of course. That's how you got the job, right? Can you imagine working a job where you're constantly having to worry about if they find out you don't have the qualifications for it, that God just gave it to you? See, what a wise higher power, what a wise God to allow us to put effort for the things that we desire, right? How loving is that? So that we're legitimized, right? So we're not constantly dealing with this imposter syndrome, right? I'm in this position, but I know I shouldn't be. And so I have to fake it. No one wants to live like that. I don't. I rather work hard for what I get and know that I earned what I have. I'm not saying that favor is fair. I'm not saying, but I am saying this ability to walk out step 11 is huge because through prayer and meditation, I'm maintaining conscious contact with the God of my own understanding and asking for knowledge of my God's will and the power to carry that out in real life. I don't see anything wrong with that sort of prayer. It's admirable, actually, because then I am not going through the rest of my life falling on my face with things that I don't have any knowledge about. I don't have any power to carry anything out because it's not what I'm really about. It's not who I really am. I think that's wise. So for me, as I'm thinking about this and sorting this out, I'm thinking about, how long I've been in college. I had a gentleman call me. And I remember when I was working on my undergrad that he seemed like a very nice person. And I had no idea what he was calling me for. I mean, he talked for about a good, I wouldn't say quite 5 minutes. And he had reached out a couple months ago and just indicated, I will try you another time. And I thought it strange. It's been over, honestly, it's been over 5 years since we've had a conversation. And the conversation really was never a conversation, it was just class. And so he found my number in a group chat and got a hold of me. And so I was having this conversation with him. And he was asking me about, I want to say like the old Amway, right? He was asking me about getting involved in a business with him. And immediately my mind said, not that I'm not open to it, right? But it's not, it's not what I'm working on, right? It's not what I've been given power to do. I know that much. And so I try to deflect it and push a further conversation off to the new year. But he was still persistent. And something said, if you want to go this route, I definitely got 20 minutes to engage you. But it's not going to change my answer, right? So for me personally, this 11th step allows me to stop spinning my wheels, stop spending energy in efforts and goals and things that aren't for me to do. It helps me not waste time. And at my age, I don't want to waste time. I already feel like I'm playing catch up because of the disease of addiction, right? And the wreckage of my own past. I already feel like I'm playing catch up. So, step 11 in closing can be the very thing that gives you focus. And I know many of you are saying, I'm just writing step 3. How can step 11 help me? Let me tell you something. There's writing the steps, working them, and living them. I would not have a year clean before I start writing them. I would never do that again, right? I would not wait another moment to work them. And as soon as I had clarity of mind, I would want to understand the spiritual principle behind all of the steps and live them to the best of my ability until more is revealed. I'll leave that there. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you. Have a beautiful day on purpose.